to the Abhishek Shack Show. Current host is not available, so I would be hosting the show. Today, joining us is Baron de Montesquieu and John Locke. Today's topic is government, and I will be asking my guests on their ideas about a government. So, John Locke, what is the most important or interesting piece of personal information about your figure?
You know what? I'll tell you. People always thought I was going to be a church minister and that I would be somewhere related inside the church area. But later on in life, I thought that no, I want to do something different. And I later studied, worked hard, and became a doctor. And I later on became a apprentice for a wealthy politician, and I worked for him.
What important idea did your figure have about government?
You know what? My idea about government is that there should be no monarchs. It should be a government, not one person in power, and that everybody has rights that cannot be taken away, natural rights, and that's life, liberty, and estate. And yeah, that's it. That's my idea of government is.
Give an example.
You know, I'll give you an example from my book right here. It is that man who is born with a title, all the rights and privileges of the law of nature, equally with any other man or number of men in the world, hath by nature a power not only to preserve his property, that is his life, liberty, and estate, against the injuries and attempts of other men, but to judge of and punish the breaches of that law as he is pursued the offense deserved.
Very good. Give us your idea about a government in your era.
You know, I'll give you an idea about why I have this idea of government in this time. And I actually wrote it down in a book, and I kept it there just so I would never forget it, and it would go down in history. And here it is. I wrote that the reason I have this type of idea in my era of time is the way we are being controlled by monarchs, and that basically just means that one person has control over all of us, and we don't have a government to protect us and give us rights. And also, the reason we got out that helped us was the Glorious Revolution, which brought change to these monarchs and gave government.
Thank you, John Locke. Baron de Montesquieu, I'm going to ask you a few questions. What is the most important or interesting piece of personal information about your figure?
What you see here, my actual name is Charles Louis II. I came from a very rich family. I went on to study for science and history, and later became a lawyer. The name Baron de Montesquieu came from my uncle that died in 1716. I later went to French academics of science to study about government.
Important idea did your figure have about government?
What you see here, my ideologies about government are that we should live in a democratic system. This is because of the three branches. It'll utilize all different powers and keep the country balanced. This will make it so one branch won't have all the power. This is why I love the democratic system.
Very well. An example of your ideologies?
Yes, I can. I'll quote it from my book right here. It says that this idea became known as separation of powers. Each branch would be separate and equal, but with the power to avoid placing too much power in the hands of one individual or one group of individuals.
In which your figure lived, help explain his idea about government.
What you see here, I lived in a king era, which was a monarch era, and I highly disliked it. I wanted it to be so this power is separated and we are ruled by one whole power. This will mean that the country lives in a better and more educational area.
Thank you guys for joining us. And I also heard that you guys actually brought props. Can you show them to me?
Yes, of course. I'll let John Locke do the honors first.
You know what? My prop is right there. The open land, which represents freedom and no cage around us. That is my prop.
And I'll let you point towards that way, and that shows our branches. The three powers.
Thank you guys for coming. You guys are the reason that the modern generation is free.